Before I begin this review, ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you guys all right now today, I was able to pick up my very own headset for the PlayStation 4. So I want to let you guys all know that you should definitely prepare yourself for some future Let's Plays down the road. Here's the headset. Here's the headset in here. So for those who are looking forward to so I advise those who are looking forward to my live streams, here are my headsets, and yeah, I'll probably give this a test to see if they actually work, and if they do work, then prepare yourselves, because I'll definitely be making some let's plays as the live streams. I'll be doing more live streams possibly in the near future. So now that that is out of the way, let's get straight into the review. I just don't get it, man. I really just do not get this company, man. I just don't understand, man. I just don't understand. The things that this company do, man, it's absolutely mind-boggling. The fact that the Undertaker main evented Raw really says a lot to me. It says a lot to me because it tells me that the Undertaker Goldberg match could possibly be the main event. So I'm assuming Goldberg is going to be the main event on SmackDown tomorrow. So I don't know, man. I've got big choices to make tomorrow. It's either I do my SmackDown review tomorrow, or I do my video of the Pokemon Direct. So I've got a lot of choices to make for tomorrow. So, but anyway, guys, I just don't get it, man. It just feels weird to me to see that this is what it's come to. WWE, every time they go to Saudi, they always have those stupid part-timers coming out of retirement, or even if it's not a wrestler that comes out of retirement, a wrestler like the Undertaker or Goldberg, just having them come out just to have one match. Sure, the Undertaker's promo was good. Sure, it was good, but the problem is the Undertaker, he gets those non-scripted promos. He goes out there and says what he wants to say. Why can't the current roster get this? The current roster should be getting these types of promos. Not these stupid, scripted ones. It's annoying. You can tell the difference between a scripted promo and a non-scripted promo. I just wasn't a fan of it. Just wasn't a fan of it. So anyway, the show started off with Roman Reigns and the Usos taking on the Revival and Drew McIntyre. I didn't really care for this, to be honest with you. I really do not care about the Shane McMahon-Roman Reigns feud. And at the end of the match, Drew McIntyre and the Revival win. And they beat down on Roman Reigns. They beat down on Roman Reigns, and that's about it, man. That's about it. Shane McMahon does the spear on Roman Reigns. Ooh, like that is intimidating. Like that makes you the best in the world, Shane. I just don't care. Lucha House Party brawled with Lars Sullivan. Who in the actual hell cares about this match coming at the Super Showdown? Who in the ever-living hell cares about the Lucha House Party versus Lars Sullivan? And why is this even on the card? Honestly. Makes no sense to me. They've clearly got no opponent for Becky Lynch. She comes out, cuts a promo, saying that no one can beat her, or no one can put her down, which is kind of funny because Charlotte Flair took the title, took her blue belt. I know it's on Bayley now, but she still did. So Lacey Evans came out with her Southern lady accent. I don't know why people think Lacey Evans is lame. I don't mind Lacey Evans. Because she's now wrestling more, I actually don't mind her competing more. It's not because she's blonde. I don't like her because she's blonde. I actually think she has some type of potential. So what happens next? The wild card rule comes into effect, and out comes Charlotte. I love some Charlotte Flair, but please, can you please stop with this wild card rule shit? I heard apparently there was 10 wild cards on Raw today. I don't know if that is true or not, but Jesus Christ, this wild card rule is pathetic. I know Raw doesn't have much of a women's division because Ruby's injured, Nia's injured, Ronda's gone. I know they don't have much of a roster because of these injuries, but seriously, who the hell wants to see Charlotte on Raw? I certainly don't. I'd much rather her on SmackDown. So Charlotte and Lacey Evans butt heads. They go at it. And this leads to a match. This leads to a match between the two. Now, I'm a sucker because two of my favorite wrestlers are competing. I'm not saying this match was good and all, but but because I'm a sucker and two of my favorite competitors were in the ring against each other, I would much prefer to see these two girls compete where Becky Lynch is not lurking to do something. Because as soon as I saw Becky, I knew this match was not going to end clean. I would much rather see Charlotte and Lacey verse each other and we have a clean winner. So not to the point where they get buried. So Charlotte ends up winning this by disqualification because Becky Lynch comes in and attacks Lacey Evans. For some random reason, I don't know. It seems... And also, who the hell is Lacey feuding with? Please, can someone tell me who the hell is Lacey Evans feuding with? Is she feuding with Becky Lynch or is she feuding with Charlotte Flair? Pick one! My honest opinion, she should be... In my opinion, I would have her feud with Charlotte, have Charlotte put Lacey over, and then have her go back to Becky. That's what I would do. So we have Rey Mysterio relinquishing the United States Championship. Samoa Joe was handed back the title. And I'm going to be honest here, WWE made the right decision here. Not only because Rey Mysterio is injured, it was the right decision to give the championship back to Samoa Joe. Because Samoa Joe was never pinned. He was never pinned at Money in the Bank. His shoulders were clearly off the mat. His shoulders were clearly off the mat. His entire body was in the air. So in my opinion, this was the right decision. Have Ricochet take on Samoa Joe for the United States Championship. Please, WWE. Oh yeah, this will definitely get those ratings up. This will definitely get the viewers to watch WWE Monday Night Raw. We'll have Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley compete against each other in an arm wrestling match. Yeah, that'll bring in the views. That'll sell tickets. That'll definitely sell tickets. Let's get all those AEW guys to come to WWE to see two muscle men compete in an arm wrestling match. Sarcasm, guys. It's clearly sarcasm. If you guys actually thought I was being serious. No, this isn't going to help the ratings at all. As soon as I saw this, I was like, yeah, this is really going to help your rating problem. Braun Strowman wins the arm wrestling match. Does anyone care? I'm sure you don't. Ugh. We have Nikki Cross with Alexa Bliss taking on Peyton Royce of the Iconics with Billie Kay. You know, the more I see the Iconics, you know, I love these girls, but the more I see them, the more I'm like, can you just take those titles off them? I mean, seriously, they have had no title defenses outside of the Brooklyn Bells, which I don't think people will count that. I don't think people will even count that because they versed two jobbers. That's what the Brooklyn Bells were. The fact that you've had nothing for the Iconics to do for the past 2 months since you had them win those titles, they're the longest reigning champions because they haven't defended their titles. You had potential to do Asuka and Kairi Sane at Money in the Bank, but you didn't do that. Asuka and Kairi Sane, where have they been for the last few weeks? They were the flavor of the week. They were flavor of the week. And see you bye. They're no longer on television. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, I guess you can't really call them a tag team because they're mostly focusing on Mandy Rose instead of Sonya Deville. I know they are a tag team, but it just feels like they're focusing more on Mandy. So Fire and Desire really isn't a tag team. They're just more friends. You had the Riot Squad, but you broke up Liv Morgan. I know I said the Riot Squad should have broken up, but the worst case scenario is that you should have had Ruby Riott move over to SmackDown Live and keep Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan on Monday Night Raw. But what did you do? You split up the wrong one, and now the one person who we want to see, Ruby Riott, is out injured. Nia Jax is out injured, so there goes the Samoan Slaughterhouse tag team. Whatever they were bloody called. You could easily have Naomi and Tamina reunite as Team Bad, obviously without Sasha Banks. You've got no teams. You're pairing Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, which, by the way, I don't mind that tag team. I don't mind this tag team. I think this tag team has potential, but the fact is that they're trying to make it sound like that Alexa Bliss hasn't been cleared to wrestle, which has been the big talking point. Is that Vince doesn't like having Alexa Bliss getting physical because she has a concussion problem. And you're having the tag team champions lose over and over and over for no reason. It's not setting up a future title match. You had Asuka and Kairi Sane. Yeah, I think they pinned them like when they debuted as a tag team. They pinned Peyton Royce or Billie Kay, whichever one it was, last month, and it never led to a title shot. Unbelievable, man. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. You had your chance and you didn't take it. But no, you didn't want the Japanese wrestlers. You're gonna pick Cross and Bliss to challenge the Iconics. You're probably not even gonna go through with that either. Stomping Ground is the pay-per-view. Considering you don't have women's wrestlers compete at Saudi shows, Stomping Ground. I better see the graphics of Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross versus the Iconics at Stomping Ground. To be quite honest with you, I don't want to sound mean, but I'm kind of done with the Iconics as the tag team champions. They've really done nothing to be considered the champions. And considering that they've got no teams to verse, it's not their fault, I know. But it just seems like they're getting ready to pass the titles to Cross and Bliss. I know all the Alexa Bliss haters aren't going to like this, but I don't freaking care. At least it gives Nikki Cross a title. But yeah, Nikki Cross wins this match. She pins Peyton Royce. But the main point here is that the Iconics bullied Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss had her coffee, and then Peyton kicks the coffee out of her hand, and Billie Kay pushes Bliss onto the coffee, ruining her pants. And then Bliss gets into the ring and delivers a drop kick to Billie Kay when the match was over. This better be leading to a title match. That's all I'm gonna say. Brock Lesnar attacks Universal Champion Seth Rollins. He was never gonna cash in. But apparently Brock Lesnar hints at the fact that he could be cashing it in on Friday at the Super Showdown. Triple H and Randy Orton come face to face. And it was a good promo. I did like this. Especially that one line where Randy Orton said that Triple H better take his balls out of Stephanie McMahon's pocket. I love that line. That was a really cool line that he dropped there on the game. We had Cesaro versus Ricochet for a third week in a row. Now look, these two guys deliver great matches, but it's over-exaggerating a little bit. WWE should really be saving these two for future pairings. For future outings. Maybe if you give Ricochet the United States Championship, you could have the two of them battle it out over the United States Championship one day down in the future. Have these matches take place on pay-per-views in the near future. You can't just exaggerate and have the same two wrestle each other. I don't mind seeing these two duke it out. Like everyone had a finish for Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa feuding for nearly about a year and having 3 takeover events. People had no issues with that, but I'm feeling like, because when it comes to the main roster, people have a problem with it when the main roster does it. You need to knock it off. This better be the final time we see Ricochet and Cesaro compete against each other for a while. I would not mind having these two guys competing against each other more often in the future. So yeah, Ricochet got the win. He beat Cesaro. Hopefully that's the last time we see those two wrestle each other for quite a while. And finally, guys, the main event was The Undertaker. As I mentioned at the start, he cut a promo on Goldberg. And to be honest with you, it's just one of those stupid, nonsensical... It was just... To me, it's unnecessary, man. To me, it's unnecessary. So that's all I've got for you guys. So that's all I've got for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Hit that thumbs up. Comment your opinions down below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for either a SmackDown review or a reaction to the Pokemon Direct. I've really got to make up my mind for that tomorrow, because I really don't want to do both. I feel like I should do only one. But we'll see what I do, man. We'll see what I do, man. Maybe I will do both. We'll just have to wait and see. But anyway, see you guys next time, man.